All right, race fans, welcome to TurnLeftTV. You ready for some high-speed action tonight? Step on the gas. All right, race fans, welcome to Texas.
This is TurnLeftTV, and I'm your host, Heath Johnson. The High Octane Racing League Buschwackers Series finishes out season number 4 tonight for a 100-lap race at Texas. There's a three-way battle for the points championship, and who's got what it takes to bring home the victory and take home the trophy? There's only one way to find out, and that's watching right here on TurnLeftTV. Well, Arthur Vieta comes in tonight leading in the championship. Will he end the night as the champion? There's only one way to find out, boys and girls. It's Texas Motor Speedway tonight. Race number 10, the final race of the season. Let's get this party started. All right, thank you so much for coming in here. TurnLeftTV. Appreciate you being here tonight. Man, this is going to be a good one tonight. In a big field. Guys out here. Got Terrace Enrique back with us, man. Racing. Wow, how about that? We got some royalty out here tonight. Or Brazilians. Tell you what, man, these Brazilian drivers are just absolutely passionate about racing. All right, it's race 10 of the season, the final race. We just head on over to a next season next week, by the way. But Texas Motor Speedway tonight, round number 10. And it's a 100-lap race. I'm your host, Heath Johnson, broadcaster, commentator here at TurnLeftTV. Tonight's race is brought to you by EliteHostingUSA.com. If you are interested in an rFactor 2 server, there are 3 self-managed server packages for you to choose from. That is EliteHostingUSA.com. That's who provides our servers here at HighOctaneRacing.net. Head on over there, man. You get a quick link to our Discord server where we do most of our business. You know, schedule updates, point standings, quick link to TurnLeftTV. Right there at HighOctaneRacing.net. Already getting some chatters in here tonight. You see Tracks VR. Astro Racing. Oh, somebody disconnected. I don't know what happened there, but see if we can't do a little refresh. Hammer in here also saying he's excited for the race in Texas tonight. Man, I am too. We got a good field. A lot of super talented drivers out here tonight as well. Got about 5 minutes left in the practice session. Thank you so much for supporting me here at TurnLeftTV. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, and you'll smash that subscribe button and massage the bell tonight. Get updates of when races are going live, and I also want to have videos uploaded on the rare occasion I do some videos. So thanks for all those folks that have subscribed, all those folks who come out and watch the races. If you're coming out and watching each week, man, please help me out by subscribing. Always looking for some more subscribers, and don't forget that thumbs up button, man, to get that video out there for more people to see. and I really appreciate the support. Also, down in the description of this race, I got a link over to the SimLab website. Also got a PayPal link if you'd like to make a donation to TurnLeftTV. Really appreciate it. But this is going to be a fun one tonight, man. We have had a good season, and we're finishing all up in style here at Texas. You know, they say everything's bigger in Texas, huh? 100-lap race tonight, and what a great season it has been, man. The Steve Freeze Memorial Race was fantastic, and I really do think tonight's race is going to be just as great. Well, like I said, the points championship all rests on tonight's race. Take a look at the point standings coming into tonight. I mean, Claudio Bardelli Jr., Sean Jacobs, going to need a little help to be able to catch Archer Vieta. He's got 336 points. 19-point lead over Claudio Bardelli Jr. Sean Jacobs, 311 there in third. Dennis Udichin is fourth. Gordon Carter, fifth. Franco Alvarez, Givaldo Spindola, Jesus Iglesias, Tony Furtado, and Julio Galagari rounding out the top 10. Take a look at P11, headed up by Craig Marizon. Rafael Sullivan is 12th, Ben Silva 13th. Ed Palumbo is 14th. Stanislav Pavlov is 15th. You see Todd Robillard, Dana Grover, Preston Hassel, Steve Pierce, and John Stanley rounding out that top 20. And then 21st through 28. These guys are some of the guys' part-time racers. Some of them tried it and haven't been back. Been a good season, man. 28 drivers participating with us this season. We had a lot of fun. And who knows, man, we might have more next season. Maybe those winter seasons, they tend to get a little bit more crowded. Lots of point standings coming into tonight. Keep your eye on those three drivers. Coming up tomorrow night, we'll be at Homestead Miami Speedway for a 100-lap race. It's the first race of season number 4. It's actually season 5. I messed up on the banner. There you go, my first mess up tonight. Wow. So season 5, actually, and it's race number 1 of the season. And Homestead's a fun track, man. I think that's going to be a heck of a lot of fun. So I'll be out on the track, get out of the driver's, or get on in the driver's seat, out of the broadcast booth, and make it happen. See if I can't laugh without wrecking. Homestead's a lot of fun, man. So there's going to be some great side-by-side racing there in the Cup Series, man. The Saturday Night Thunder been going on for 23 years, man. I've been a part of it for 23 years as well. Take a look at the track here at Texas Motor Speedway. Fort Worth, Texas. One of those mile and a half. See that quad oval configuration. Banking and turns 1 and 2 at 20 degrees and 3 and 4 at 24 degrees, man. This is a fun track. I think you're going to see a lot of action through that quad oval area, man. Things are going to tighten up, sort of funnel together there, and those are two kinks on the front stretch. Texas is a lot of fun, and another classic mile and a half track located in Fort Worth, Texas. Short time here before we head on over to the qualification session. Tough Trucks will be back in action on Tuesday. We get a little popping in there on the microphone for some reason. I don't know why, but on Tuesday, we'll be back in action at Martinsville Speedway for race number 7 of season 4. And what a great race we had, a fuel mileage race. last Tuesday. What an incredible race that was, man. I ran out of fuel with about a half a lap to go. It was a fun one, though. 140 laps at Martinsville coming up this Tuesday on October the 29th in the Tough Trucks. So we're headed on over to the qualification session. Look at Joe Marpachotto here in the 71 car. We'll have a schedule announced probably tomorrow. I'll spend the night a little bit tonight here, make out a new schedule for next season. Try a few different tracks there that we don't normally run. Go in a little bit, mix it up a little bit. See Dennis Udichin in the 47 car coming out to get his qual lap in, or laps. We'll step on the gas. Take a look here, 29.507 for Dennis Udichin. Good lap there for him, but Steve Pierce with a 29.452. Steve Pierce, Texas native, baby. He's up to P2. Dropping down there a little bit. These guys get their laps in. How about Dana Grover here in the 89 Trax VR Toyota? I'll tell you what, man, this guy's on a winning streak. He's starting to figure it out. Golf season is over. Race season has begun for Dana Grover. Nick Marizon with the top time there, 29.256. Dana Grover, one of our Canadian drivers. Quite a few Canadians that race with us. Archie Vieta down the top time, 29.202. How about Dana Grover here through the quad oval? Let's see what he's got. 29.367. Little work to do for Dana right now in P12. Speaking of Canada, how about this? Tim Hortons. John Stanley, is that Tim Hortons paint scheme? The 12 car. Looks like he has done his qual lap. I'm getting him out, getting him done. Ed Palumbo and the Hellman's sponsor machine. Looks like he's finished his. Benner Silva, though, I believe, just brought his car out here on the track. Let's take a look at Benner Silva in the 5 JB Racing sponsor machine. Another one of our great Brazilian drivers. Archie Vieta at the top time, 29.202. Starting up front here so far. Look at that, 29.274. A little work to do for Benner Silva, but he is in P4. Like he has waved off that second lap. So 29.402, I think, for Silva. 471, whatever that is right there. It looks like they're done with quals effectively. So they got about just under 6 minutes left to go. And I want to give you the keys to the race. I'll show you these again. So these guys are all done qualifying. Race keys here. Tire management. Don't overdrive this car here tonight. It's not a super hard track, man, and that makes you want to drive it even more on the edge, man. You got to time your passes here tonight. Make sure your pit stops are on point, and make sure you're damage-free, baby. Be there at the end. But this thing's going to have some close racing, especially through the tri-oval area. Guys are going to be taking some chances here, so going to have to be patient here tonight. Tire management, don't overdrive that car. Time those passes, make sure your pit stops are on point, and damage-free tonight. These guys are getting the driver's meeting right now. Thank you so much for coming in here and supporting me at TurnLeftTV. Let's get this party started. Really about 2 minutes left in the qualification session. Technically, all these guys have done their qual laps. We'll give you the results here in just a moment. Again, thank you for coming in here and joining me on TurnLeftTV. We have a three-way points battle tonight. Really a three-way points battle for the race or the championship. Vieira, Bardelli Jr., and Jacobs. I think Bardelli Jr. and Jacobs are, within striking distance, but they're going to need a little bit of help here. They're going to probably need Vieira to have a little bit of bad luck in order to have a chance. But we have a pretty decent-sized field tonight. Good luck to Claudio. He's in here chatting it up. BK in here, Astra Racing as well. Your battery check. Yeah, battery check on that device, huh? They had a little trouble last week with the battery. Hopefully everything got worked out with respect to that. That always happens, man. Tech issues. I spent the last hour trying to get some things working for the broadcast here, so definitely understand that. Always something, man. Like a car. Been a good season here this season, so I really do appreciate everybody coming out and watching the races, joining in the chat session. That makes it lively as well. I really appreciate those folks that are at the Tracks VR facility or friends with Dana. There seems to be a lot of these guys coming in here and supporting him. That's awesome, and thanks to Tracks VR for providing a place for him to race, and as well as other folks. Hey, get those other folks to come in there to join us. We'd love to have them. That facility happens, at least that particular facility is in Calgary area, I believe. I think there are some facilities in other places across Canada. I need to get some swag, man. I need to get some Tracks VR merchandise. I'll have to check out the website after the race tonight. So it does look like we are flipping it over to guys, man. These views, these camera views sometimes are cray-cray. Cray-cray. All right. I think we got the quals finished, and we are ready to give you the results. Archer Vieira into 4 will start in P1. Craig Marizon starts in the 2nd position, so a couple Chevys there on the front row. Preston Hassel in the 4. How about that new paint scheme, man? That looks awesome. And thanks to Franco Alvarez for doing these paint schemes, man. That guy is next level. Preston Hassel starting in 3rd with that brand new paint scheme, the 27. Benar Silva is in 4th. Dan Richter 5th. Starts in the 5th position, our 2nd Ford. Top 5. Franco Alvarez starts in the 6th position. Dennis Schutich in the top Toyota in quals. Starts in P7. Ed Palumbo starts in the 8th position. And that Hellman sponsor machine, I'll tell you what, man, that is a sick paint scheme as well. Dana Grover in the 89 Tracks VR Toyota starts in 9th. Claudio Bardelli Jr. in the Silvertom 19 car starts in 10th. Starting in the 11th position is Terrace Enrique. How about that, Terrace? Haven't seen Terrace in a long time. Good to see Terrace out here joining us. So he starts in the 11th position in the Toyota. Steve Pierce starts in 12th. Texas native, man. It's the home game for him. That Captain Morgan sponsor machine. Sean Jacobs in the 24 starts in 13th. John Stanley starts in the 14th position. Giulio Caligari will start 15th. And Gordon Carter starts in the 16th position. Take a look at the Silvertom sponsor machine, Claudio Bardelli Jr. Don't forget to join him over at his podcast, at Silvertom Podcast on YouTube. And he talks all things music, man. He's a great musician, and he has some pretty awesome musicians in there. Pretty awesome musicians in there to talk about their life as musicians and all things music. So, Sober Tom podcast on YouTube. Please support Claudio Bardelli Jr. Chili Playas. Charlie, help me out. Help me out here. Take a look at the 56. iPlace Moving Spots and Machine. Hello, Johnson. It's Charlie. Charlie Hutton. Good to see you here for the live stream.
TurnLeftTV. 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 Hold on to your butts, cause this is gonna be a great show. Heath Johnson saying all you need to know. We got fast cars racing, hopefully you're pacing. Are you ready for some high-speed action? Step on the gas! Alright. Race fans, my heavens! My heavens! Buschwackers! Saturday night! Thunder! Top trucks! Nascar! IndyCar! GT3!
A lot of soul.
Good to see Charlie out here spending a little bit of a Friday night watching the race here tonight. Hopefully we're going to put on a good show for him. This is Texas, the final race of this season. Next week we'll start a brand new season. We got about 2.5 minutes left in the warm-up session. Take a look at that Hellman sponsor machine, number 54, Ed Palumbo. Charlie taking a little time out of playing some Xbox, I would imagine. All those Xboxers. Maybe Sony PlayStation, I don't know. He seemed like an Xbox type of guy to me. guess I don't know this. Maybe you can tell me. Can somebody who's played Sony PlayStation join the same, say, Call of Duty session that an Xboxer might be playing? I don't know that. We'll have those consoles that do a straight-up computer. We got Craig Marizon here in the 60 car. Our Michigan drivers. A lot of folks coming out watching the race. Appreciate everybody being here and getting his practice in there, pitting. That's important. How about Franco Alvarez in the 83? And I want to say thank you so much to Franco. Yeah, Benor says thanks. I don't know. It could be a curse, Benor, me choosing you. Good to see you out tonight, Benor. Good luck to you. Boa sorte. Send a shout out to Franco Alvarez in 83, man. He painted a lot of the new cars in the car set. He's painted a lot of cars in this car set. I mean, this thing looks top notch. This guy's got some skills, man. Mad skill. Mad skill. Like we're getting ready to get the command to start the engines, baby. So again, Texas tonight, final race of the season, race number 10, and Archer Vieira comes in tonight leading in points. Could be a big one. Could be a big one for him. He won the championship last season, so he can put two together here, back to back. I mean, if anybody's going to do it, it could be Archer Vieira, huh? All righty.
All right, all right, all right. Gentlemen, start your engine!
All right, here we go. So tonight's the final race of the season. Now, the starting order here tonight. Archer Vieira starts in P1, and Craig Marizon on the outside of row 1. Preston Hassel, the top Ford, starts in the 3rd position. Benner Silva will start in 4th. Starting in 5th is Dan Ricker in the 65. Franco Alvarez starts in the 6th position. Dennis Uderson starts 7th. Ed Palumbo starts in the 8th position. Starting in 9th is Dana Grover in the Toyota. Claudio Bardelli Jr. in the 19 starts in 10th. Terrace Enrique in the 11th position in that 8X. Steve Pierce starts in 12th. Starting in 13th is Sean Jacobs in the 24. John Stanley in the 12 starts 14th. Julio Caligari starts in the 15th position. Gordon Carter will start in 16th. Starting in the 17th position is Givaldo Spindola in the 68 car. Remember my keys to the race here tonight. I don't know how much I thought about these keys to the race, to be honest with you. I think I need somebody to come in and give me some real keys. The tire management, man, this thing is tough on tires. Don't overdrive the car because you're going to ruin those tires. Time those passes. A lot of guys are going to be side to side tonight, man. The time your passes. Make sure your pit stops are on point. You do, especially under green conditions. And make sure you get your car off the wall and out of somebody's rear end or side or whatever. Keep the sheet metal solid on that car tonight. All right, Archer Vieira, our points leader, coming into tonight's race, will lead the field to take the green flag. The pace car is off. Here we go.
Green flag, go, go, go.
And we're off here at Texas. Archie Vieta leading into turn 1. Craig Marizon on the high side in that 60 car. 27 of Preston Hassel. See Keegan Garrison. All right. Oh, 3 wide coming off turn 2. And they got a yellow flag. Oh, my gosh. I already knew. A yellow flag. And it looks like this guy's going to do a restart. I'm not restarting it. So caution flag. Guys going 3 wide. What'd I say, man? Be patient tonight. Where was my where were those guys in the watching the stream or what? Come on. Time your passes. My heavens, man. Let's take a look and see what happened here. It looked like Caligari might have come around. Take a look and see what happened here as Steve Pierce comes down and gets into Caligari, it looks like. And wow. So it looked like Steve Pierce up on the high side and at 51. And it comes down, gets into the 6 car, and straight into the wall is the 6. Oh, man. John Stanley had a front row seat for that one. Look at this out of John Stanley's machine. Oh, man. And then John Stanley, good job. Oh, he missed getting through that cleanly. Wow, man, that was unnecessary, I think. I don't know whether he just got into the wall. It didn't seem like he actually got into the wall there. On board here with Caligari, and he's going to get spun straight into the wall. You see John Stanley making contact as well. But it looked like Steve Pierce had really looked like, I don't know whether he lost it here or not, but on board here with him. Boy, maybe just didn't time it very well, and he got into, oh, man, he is up on his side right there. Look at that, scraping some Captain Morgan off onto the track. 51, Texas native. His family's here watching him tonight, man. As we go back to live, that one was on, wow, thanks, Wes. You don't have to do that, man. Good to see Wes Parks out here. Wes Parks! Didn't know he was a race fan. Good to see Wes out. So caution flag here. These guys getting a little frisky before they even get one lap in. By Muffin Man. All right, quick caution flag here. Hopefully these guys will get this straightened out. Don't forget, on Saturday, because I don't broadcast, I get out of the broadcast booth, get in the driver's seat. It'll be race number 1, a brand new season in the Saturday Night Thunder, man. The Cup Series in action tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 100-lap race from Homestead Miami Speedway. This is a great track, man. I have a lot of fun here. I get to mix it up with the guys who are out on the track here tonight. Don't broadcast. I just get in the driver's seat and race. So the Saturday Night Thunder, I've been part of this for 23 years, man. And the Cup Series is a lot of fun. And that's coming up tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you're out there listening, you got rFactor 2, and you want to get into some racing, Cup Series on Saturday nights. Very storied program here at High Octane Racing League. Great way to do it. Don't forget to support Claudio Bardelli Jr. in his at his podcasts on YouTube. Sober Tom podcast. I'll pop up that logo there for you. In Portuguese, but that's okay, man. We can learn a little Portuguese. I know a little bit of Portuguese. So Claudio Bardelli Jr., great musician. Hey, look at that. Look who's in here, huh? Fedorov in here tonight. Eugene Fedorov. Good to see Eugene. Come out here and race with us, brother. Sober Tom podcast, Claudio Bardelli Jr.'s podcast, all things music, man. Support him. He's a great friend of mine. And I'm sure he would appreciate it if you're checking him out on YouTube. All right, they're back side by side. We're going green this time by Marizan and Vieira, still side by side here on the front row. Preston Hassel, Dan Richter. Dan Richter's from, he goes to Purdue, man. He's got that Purdue paint scheme. Up in row number 2 in P4. Camera angles here kind of suck. Look at that Richter paint scheme there. He's got the Boom Boo Racing sponsor number 65. That Ford, so a little Purdue colors. He's a Purdue student. Up from the Rochester area here in Indiana. All right, Archer Vieira in the 4. Going to get another shot out of here on this restart.
Green flag, go, go,
All right,
go.
back to green. Bears on that high side, now challenged by Preston Hassel. Brand new paint scheme for that 27 as Vieira clears the outside line car. And look at that, Preston Hassel on the move in that Ford. Marizan now diving to the inside. Man, he's got to run. He's got Franco Alvarez helping him out on the bottom side.
Yellow.
Oh, boy. Looks like Enrique might be off the pace of that 8X machine. What are these guys doing, man? Like a little warping action going on. Man. They're going to go single file. I'll tell you that right now. I also admin these races too. So the 8X off the pace. Maybe a little warping action here. And I think Enrique might have had some connection issues. Let's see here if there's a warp. No, he does warp backwards right there into Bardelli Jr. and then hard into the wall. Wow, man, that'll rattle your cage right there. That was a hard lick. But I'll tell you what, if you have a direct drive wheel, and you don't take your hands off the wheel, I'm telling you what, you can hurt yourself when you hit that hard. You see he's warping backwards. And right into the wall there is Terrace Enrique. So no fart there, but it does look like he's lost his connection. The High Octane Racing League Tough Trucks will be in action at Martinsville Speedway for a 140-lap race, race number 7 of the season. Season number 4. It's actually, yeah, season number 4. And I also been racing in this, too. This is on Tuesday nights. If I have enough drivers come out, man, I broadcast this race, too. So coming up this Tuesday, Martinsville Short Track. Oh, God, this track is a lot of work, bro. This track is a lot of work, so I might sit out and watch this one. We'll see. Take a look at our side-by-side view. So these guys are now going to go single file here just to kind of get some green flag laps in. So 2 quick cautions. Not a common occurrence here for the Buschwackers Series at Texas. Thanks for coming in and joining me here on TurnLeftTV. We have some guys ducking down pit lane. Go back to our side-by-side view, and you do see some guys. See Giulio Caligari ducking into his pit stall on that right side screen. Guys have elected to stay out. We haven't gotten very many laps in. They've been riding around under caution. Probably a little bit early to be thinking about fuel mileage. Marizon, one of our great Michigan drivers, in that Magpul Dynamics sponsor machine. Up there on the, let's see, like the index finger side of, wait a minute, let me think about this, how Michigan's laid out. He's over on the Lake Michigan side of Michigan. The Arcadietta is in second, Alvarez third, Preston Hassel is fourth, Dana Grover in the 5th position. Dana Grover atop Toyota. That Fireball Flash machine, racing from Canada. Looks like a couple guys. Steve Pierce has retired his machine. Just tons of damage for him on that first crash. Arcadietta has ducked down pit lane here for it looks like he's finished up his pit stop, coming back out. Benner Silva also. Take a look at Benner Silva coming back out off the pits, so topping off with fuel, maybe getting some right side tires. Right, I think these guys are going to be going green next time by. And I would submit to you they're going to be a little bit more careful this time through. So Pierce and Enrique out of the race. 15 drivers in the race here. 12 laps in. 2 quick cautions here at Texas. This is like Franco Alvarez ducked down pit lane. So Alvarez for a quick trip down pit lane. Wow. Okay, going to start in the back there. Franco Alvarez, the 83. Topping off with fuel. Looks like he's going to take some right side tires as well. Go on board here with him. So it looks like Dennis Udichin on pit lane as he just passed by. So Alvarez finishing up his pit stop. Now coming back out on track. All right, the 60 of Craig Marazon is going to lead the field to take the green flag. Remember, these guys are going single file now. They're in the little penalty box as a race league. Right, the whole field under the penalty in the penalty box and starting single file here. Guys can't seem to handle as of right now, starting side by side.
Green flag, go, go,
All right,
go.
back to green. Hopefully green for a while now. 27, Preston Hassel starts at that second position. Dana Grover now up to P3. Take a look at Dana Grover here in the 89 on board here with him. He's running in the third position. A good runner off the turn. Closing in on that Castrol Edge sponsored Ford, Preston Hassel. Ed Palumbo in the Hellman sponsored machine running in the fourth position. New York drivers. Just behind him is Claudio Bardelli Jr. Let's see if we can do, that's a camera angle right there. Yeah, man, definitely enjoy this. You have to make a donation to chat. You don't have to donate to me, man. Don't do that. Don't you do that, buddy. I appreciate that. Yeah, you're awesome, Wes. I appreciate that. Greg Marazon is our leader. Looks like Sean Jacobs has had some issues there. He's lost his connection. Or crashed out or something. 60, Craig Marazon, leader. Preston Hassel on the looked like he was peeking around on the outside. Look at John Stanley running in the ninth position. Look at this right here, the 83 and the 12 side by side. At 83, Franco Alvarez. Remember, he pitted at the tail end of that caution, and he is battling John Stanley. Mobile One sponsor machine getting by the 12. Preston Hassel and Dana Grover battling. Dana Grover to the inside. He's trying to pick up P2. Side by side here, the 27 and the 89. That 27 battling on the outside line. Look at that great side by side racing there. And then Hellman spots the machine. He tried to sneak in there and take a spot as well. Dana Grover now up to P2. On board here with Preston Hassel. He's fallen back to the third position. Just behind him is Ed Palumbo. The top six cars, it looks like, opened up a little bit of a gap there. Sorry about the mic problems. I don't know what's going on here. I had a little bit of a late start. I took a nap in the chair after I got home from work. Rico Alvarez and Dennis Eugen side by side here, the 83 and the 47. 83 on the inside at 47 on the outside, and the 83 picks up another position. He is on the move. We got a battle here for the race lead. Dana Grover and Craig Marizon. Dana Grover in the 89. Side by side with Craig Marizon. In the Trax VR facility, those guys are going crazy as the 89 to the front. I told you, man, earlier in the pre-race show that he is on a winning streak. Preston Hassel following him through. Marizon on the outside. He's starting to give up some positions. Take a look at Marizon. He's trying to find a place to get down there, and it looks like he does. He squeezes in between Bardelli Jr. and Dan Richter. And Marizon now back to the fifth position. Dana Grover is our leader. Take a look at Givaldo Spindola here. He's running in that 10th spot. Good top 10 run here for Givaldo in the 68. Another one of our great Brazilian drivers, man. We've got a huge Brazilian contingent. These guys are fantastic race car drivers, great friends of mine. And Givaldo shows up early, gets the first chat in the TurnLeftTV chat, and he is here every race for us, man. Truck Series, SMT, Buschwackers. This guy comes out and races with us, GT3 Indy cars, and Franco Alvarez starting to put a little pressure on it. Looking at the back of Givaldo's car right there, and looks like they're now side by side. On board here with the Givaldo as he's going to give Franco Alvarez some room, and Alvarez picking up a spot. Now up to P10. Givaldo is in 11th. Dana Grover, the leader. Preston Hassel in his first race back in a while. New paint scheme. Magic Castrol Ed sponsor machine. Nice looking Ford. Another one of those Franco Alvarez masterpieces. Dana Grover is the leader. Take a look at Dennis Eugen, one of our Ukrainian drivers, man. This guy lives in Kharkiv. Gets up at like 3 o'clock in the morning, and he's working with his great friend, the 56, Gordon Garter, one of our great Canadian drivers. Oh, man, John Stanley might have smacked the wall. John Stanley hard licking the outside wall. Take a look here and see what happened. John Stanley, I think boy, he really hit hard, too. He hit hard. We're going to see the replay on that. If we can't get a little replay for John. I finally have the right to chat. Wow. I don't know why you have to get permission to chat. I don't understand that. So I'll have to look into that. I'm First Amendment protects this. The First Amendment is not absolute. Get into a political conversation, but speech can be curtailed, right? Can't go into a crowded theater and yell fire. Yeah, I don't know, man. Let me know what the deal is with it. I'm not exactly sure why you have to why there are issues there with chat. I'll have to do a little research on that. Or if you know, certainly let me know. Look at Giulio Caligari. Caligari in the 6th car. Good run here for him. We got a crowd. Ah, okay. Gotcha. There you go. Chili players. Mr. Hutton filling me in there, man. Good job. Great student, man. Now the 83 to the bottom side there of the 6. Caligari on the high side as Franco Alvarez continuing to move up. He is now in P9. Good long green flag run here. Gordon Carter battling Givaldo's up on the high side. Hey! Kale, all right, awesome, man. Good to see Kale. How about this, man? All these guys join us. Chat. Oh, Givaldo up in the outside wall. Givaldo made contact with the outside wall, scraping some paint off. And Givaldo gets up high there and makes a little contact with the outside wall. We got a problem. Dana Grover dropping back, it looks like. These guys might be making pit stops here. Take a look at John Stanley running in 12th now, and I think we got some guys on pit lane. Dana Grover, Preston Hassel are on pit lane. Ed Palumbo now our race leader, so green flag pit stops underway. Preston Hassel, Dana Grover leading the charge for a pit lane. We'll take a look at our side-by-side view and a little battle off pit lane between Grover and Hassel. Look at that battle right there coming off pit lane. Wow, those guys are doing a great job. And look at this Ed Palumbo on pit lane in the 54. Hellman spots a machine. So great battle right there between the Toyota and the Ford. And that Toyota, oh, Preston Hassel saying he forgot to tell his pit crew to change tires. Oh, no. And he's going to have to come back down pit lane. Preston Hassel is going to have to come back down pit lane. He's going to probably do a few laps just to see if he can get a lucky caution flag. Holy smoke. Ed Palumbo finishing up his pit stop. Claudio Bardelli Jr. is our race leader now. Preston Hassel. Going to watch him for a few minutes here just to see if he breaks that car back down pit lane. Claudio Bardelli Jr. He is looking like he's going to be making a pit stop. And here we go. Bardelli Jr. Preston Hassel might use this opportunity. Nope, he's staying out. Bardelli Jr. on pit lane. Ducking into his pit stall. You see Caligari finishing up his pit stop, coming back out. Sliding by the 19. Dan Richter. Boom Boo Rum, Purdue University sponsor machine. Dan Richter in the 65, followed by Archer Vieira, the points leader coming into tonight. Dennis Schuderson is in 3rd. See the 60 of Craig Marizon. Now Marizon is 2 laps down in that 60 car. So Richter trying to get some extra laps in here, maybe stretch that fuel mileage a little bit. John Stanley on pit lane. Vieira, Udegen, Carter all on pit lane. Archie Vieira, our pole setter, is on pit lane. And I got to wonder, when is Dan Richter going to come down pit lane? Dan Richter, oh, looks like this time by. So Dan Richter peeling off the track to come down pit lane. Got to be careful there, not to speed. You see some white smoke coming up from those tires. He locked them up. Vieira coming back out on track here in the 39. Here on lap 39. Dan Richter ducking into his pit stall. I think that's going to give the race lead to Ed Palumbo here in the 54. down the backstretch. Ed Palumbo in a helmet sponsor machine. He is now our race leader, New York driver. No, I've known Ed for 20 years, over 20 years. Pretty amazing how sim racing, the guys just kind of hang together. And Ed Palumbo the leader, but Claudio Bardelli Jr. starting to close in. Bardelli Jr. is in second. Closing in on a Hellman sponsor machine. Little Ford versus Chevy on this action. And Bardelli Jr. diving down to the inside, that Sober Top sponsored Ford Mustang. Now we got a Ford, a Chevy, and a Toyota. Toyota 1, 2, 3. Franco Alvarez has worked his way up to the 5th position. He is running behind Artur Vieta, and how many times this season have we seen a battle between Artur Vieta and Franco Alvarez? Also Bardelli Jr. Benor Silva and Dan Ricker side by side. Benor Silva in the 5. That JB Rancing sponsored Camaro getting around the Ford. The Boom Boo Rum sponsored Ford. Now taking over the 6th position. Denis Yudichin in the 47. I mentioned racing all the way from Kharkiv, Ukraine. It's like about 40 miles from the Russian border. You're always thinking about Dennis. I've known Dennis a long time. Met him when he came out and raced with us in Indy cars. And this guy is a really super, super nice guy. Great friend. And we're always thinking about Dennis, man. We got a button box here that he won like a year and a half ago, and it's still sitting in my room. I can't send it to him yet. So we're just waiting for things to sort of calm down, get back to normal so we can send that to him. We won a button box in one of our draws, a special event race. I think the Steve Freeze race, if I'm not mistaken. So always thinking about Denis Yudichin. Franco Alvarez continuing to move up here. Oh, looks like Vieta got into the outside wall. Oh, no. Vieta got into the outside wall. Hard lick there for him. Hard lick for Artur Vieta. Did you see that? Wow. And Vieta is in the outside wall. We'll take a look here again. And Vieta right there into the outside wall. As Alvarez squeaking through, right there through the trioval. I said that is a tough place. And Vieta making some contact with the outside wall. Wow. Right side damage there for that NASCAR BR sponsor number 4 car. Take a look at this. John Stanley getting by Preston Hassel. Now Preston Hassel on those old tires. He's hoping for a caution flag. We're 46 laps in. Gordon Carter. I know, all Canadians, right? A couple Canadians here running together, and that is John Stanley and Gordon Carter. Gordon Carter running in the 8th position. John Stanley is in 9th. High place moving sponsor machine, Gordon Carter. It's been such a huge asset here for us. Great friend, really fits into the mold here at High Octane Racing League very nicely. And that racecraft has improved so much. So here he is battling another Canadian, John Stanley, just behind him. And John Stanley, we go back quite a ways there in sim racing as well. And he's racing in that Tim Horton sponsor machine. Those guys are running in 8th and 9th. We might have a battle here for the race lead. Oh! Bardelli Jr. in the outside wall of that Sober Tom sponsor machine. Bardelli Jr. making contact with the outside wall. Bardelli. Bardelli Jr., let's see if we can back this up a little bit. Take a look at Bardelli Jr. He made some contact with the outside wall. We'll take a look here. Coming off the turn. Horrible camera angle. And then smacking the outside wall. Wow, man, that was a hard lick there for Bardelli Jr. And Ed Palumbo gets by. Going back to live here as now Dana Grover making a pass on Ed Palumbo. Look at that. Franco Alvarez now up in the mix. His tire's starting to wear out, and it is tough through the tri-oval area. And Dana Grover back to the race lead. Ed Palumbo stuck on that outside line, and Bardelli Jr. wants to get those spots back. So Bardelli Jr. now in P3. Ed Palumbo falling back to the 4th position. Now back to 5th. Bardelli Jr. now in the 4th position. Take that back. As we take a look at Preston Hassel coming down pit lane on that inside line. Preston Hassel is on pit lane. Remember, he forgot to change his tires. You got to manually do that and make sure you you switched them off, and I think he just forgot that he had them switched off. Came down pit lane to make a green flag pit stops and didn't have his pit crew changing his tires. So he is now on pit lane and kind of an unscheduled pit stop for him. 52 laps in, and Preston Hassel making a pit stop. He's in 13th position. Now down 2 laps. And Dana Grover, our leader, in the 89. Hassel finishing up his pit stop, coming back out on track. Don't forget, we'll be at Homestead Miami Speedway as we see a battle for the race lead. Franco Alvarez. Alvarez getting by. Those guys teaming up on the outside line. Those South American drivers, 83 from Argentina. Then we've got a couple of Brazilian drivers just behind. And again, it looks like Bardelli Jr. might be back in the wall. As Grover tucks in back in the 4th position. Back to the Saturday Night Thunder Homestead Miami Speedway, race number 1 of the season. Coming up tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Get out of the broadcast booth, get in the driver's seat, and mix it up for the guys who are out here tonight. Alvarez, I talked earlier, man, about he's always a factor. He finds a way. I mean, this guy's got strategy. He really does. I mean, he is like the king of strategy. He knows how to adjust that strategy when he needs to throughout the race. And 89 indicating he's going to be coming down pit lane. So Dana Grover into Toyota, indicating he's going to be coming in here on board here with Dana Grover. Get an idea of what it's like to pit here at Texas. It can be a little dicey. A lot of speed coming off the track. 50 miles an hour is pit road speed. That's 80 kilometers per hour. Dana Grover in the 89, making a pit stop here on lap 57. Franco Alvarez, the leader. 3-car breakaway. Alvarez, Vieira, and Bardelli Jr. Let's see, with somebody we haven't talked about here tonight. Now about Ben Silva here in the 5. Running in the 4th position. Just behind him is Dan Richter in P5. Ben Silva, this guy can flat out drive anything, man. You could put him in a golf cart, and he's going to make it competitive. Guy's a fantastic race car driver. I've raced with him in stock cars. I've raced with him DTM, and I think it's where I first met him in the NASCAR BR IndyCar Brazil series. Racing DTMs, and this guy was fantastic, man. Could not even be in the, I wasn't even the same postal code as that guy. Ben Silva running in P4. What a great race car driver. Dan Richter running in the 5th position. This guy is probably the best high line driver I have seen, man. I mean, really those tracks that cater that high line, he is super, super good. You see Silva going down to the bottom line, and right there he must be thinking, must be listening to me as he goes up to the high line. Dan Richter getting by, and I think Benner Silva coming down pit lane. Does look like Silva on pit lane here in the 5, here on lap 60. Craig Marizon now up to P11 here in the 60 car. Magpul Dynamic Sponsor Machine. I painted that car, man. I think it looks pretty good. Not a great artist, but I painted this one up for him. Do a little bit of that, a little bit of this. 40 laps to go. Take a look at our race leader, and that is Artur Vieira, the points leader coming into tonight. Franco Alvarez is on pit lane. He gave up the race lead. He and Gordon Carter both on pit lane. Well, Alvarez in 83 making a pit stop. And he is finishing up his pit stop, coming back out on track. Mobile One sponsor number 83 Camaro. Get our, he might be our lone Argentinian driver. He is a huge stock car fan. He loves racing, man. But you can see Archie Vieira, the race leader, coming down pit lane. Vieira making a pit stop here on lap 62. Don't forget to support me by clicking on that SimLab web link in the description of the race. I'm an affiliate marketer through them. I have a SimLab race rig. Archer Vieira tucking into his pit stall. And I love it, man. That's what I do my broadcasting. I do my driving from it, of course. And it is rock solid, man. I got a seat attached to it from a Pontiac Fiero. So Archer Vieira on pit lane as he's finishing up his pit stop, coming back out on track. He had a big lead. Dan Richter also on pit lane. Alvarez is going to go by. Alvarez hugging the inside line there, just letting Vieira know that he squeaked by. So Franco Alvarez now to the race lead as Vieira rejoining the race surface. This guy always finds a way to get this car to the front. Got a lot of championships. Like I said, he paints a lot of cars for us as well. He does a great job, man. Also updated the grill on all the Fords. He's got some Photoshop skills, that's for sure. Bardelli Jr. up to P2, but he has got some company. Just behind him, Ed Palumbo in the 54. Giulio Caligari. Giulio Caligari up there with these guys. He is one lap down in the lucky dog position. Let's take a look at Giulio Caligari. He's in the lucky dog position. He's the first car one lap down. John Stanley is at the tail end of the lead lap, about 27 seconds back. You see Giulio Caligari peeking right there on Ed Palumbo. Palumbo here in the 54 Hellman sponsor machine. Running in, you see Vieira now rejoining the racing surface. Palumbo running in the third position. Bardelli Jr. is in P2. Now Bardelli Jr. had been in the outside wall earlier and doesn't seem to be affecting that car too much. Those guys are about 0.8 of a second behind the race leader. P2, P3 right there on top of one another. We take a look at Alvarez. They are starting to close in on him. 0.4 now. Alvarez may be thinking fuel mileage. This guy is excellent at calculating fuel mileage. He might be lifting a little bit, giving up some time. That's okay. He might be able to make it on fuel. 67 laps in. Now Bardelli Jr. all over the back of Franco Alvarez. Starting to get a little tight here. So Vieta starting to move up as well. He gets around Ed Palumbo, now takes over the third position. So Archie Vieta in third. Ed Palumbo now back to the fourth position. Benor Silva in fifth. Dana Grover is in sixth. Now Dana Grover's a little bit back. He's about 2.8 seconds back. Take a look here as Dana Grover about 3 seconds back, I guess, to Benor Silva. Grover in the 89 car. Benor Silva in the 5, about 3.2 seconds ahead. And Silva gets around Ed Palumbo. So now Ed Palumbo in that slot. Take a look at Ed Palumbo as Benor Silva gets around him. Ed Palumbo now in P5. Going to Preston Hassel. Hassel is one lap down. Remember, gambled a little bit. Actually, didn't gamble. He just forgot to. He had a couple of quickie cautions. He decided he wasn't going to change tires on those, which is a good idea, but he forgot to tell his pit crew to change the tires. You got to do that manually. And he had to do a green flag pit stop. Came down and forgot to change his tires and then suffered. He is now back to the 12th position in that 27 car. Take a look at Givaldo Spindler. Now, Givaldo's had some trouble early on. He is running in the 14th position in the 68 car. Another one of our great Brazilian drivers. Good friend. The first driver to get the High Octane Racing League hat, man. He was so happy. Still have the video of him filming himself wearing the hat and saying thank you. And this guy is one of the nice. I'll tell you what, if you have to give an award for the nicest driver, you know, mental attitude, sportsmanship, that type of thing, you got to give it to Givaldo. You really do. Guy's a fantastic friend of ours and hugely important driver here at High Octane Racing League. Rico Alvarez got some company. Claudio Bardelli Jr. has climbed up onto the back of him. Archie Vieta and Benor Silva as well. Look at that, man. We got an Argentinian and 3 Brazilians. The top 4. Alvarez in that Mobile One spots a machine, and again, you know he's got some strategy. He's able to adjust that strategy, figure out what he needs to do as the race demands it. Claudio Bardelli Jr. just behind him in the 19 car. On board here with Claudio Bardelli Jr. down the backstretch into turn 3. These guys are going to have to make another pit stop. We got about 25 laps to go. Sounds like flat out all the way around here at Texas in these Xfinity cars. And Bardelli Jr. starting to peek on the inside. Bardelli Jr. starting to peek around there on that 83 car to see if he can't find a way to get around him. How many times have we seen this battle? How many times have we seen Alvarez, Bardelli Jr., and Vieta up front? Dana Grover here in the 89. I think Ed Palumbo has come down pit lane, so Dana Grover now picking up his spot is Ed Palumbo making a pit stop. Preston Hassel making a pit stop. Ed Palumbo in the Hellman sponsor machine is on pit lane. As we take a look at Ed Palumbo finishing up his pit stop. Coming off pit lane, on board here with him. As Dana Grover now picks up P5, Ed Palumbo will rejoin, it looks like, in the 11th position. Pit stops underway or completed for Ed Palumbo. I don't see anybody else on pit lane at the moment. That may be a sign of things to come. As we see Dana Grover running in P5. Got a big win last week. At the Trax VR facility. Couldn't do the interview. He had his headphones weren't charged, so he lost charge in those, and he wasn't able to do the interview, but got a huge win from the Trax VR facility. Sure, the crowd there watching, that'd be nervous, man. Those guys sitting around watching you race. Be a little nervous about that. Look at that, Dana Grover coming down pit lane. So the 89 peeling off the track to come down pit lane here on lap 80. Look at Craig Marizon here battling Preston Hassel. Now Hassel has been on pit lane. Preston Hassel running 2 laps down in the 27, and Marizon coming off the track to come down pit lane. Oh, little squirrely there for Marizon. Oh, man, Craig Marizon almost spins out. He was hard on the brakes, and I don't know, he might have got caught speeding. Holy smokes, did you see that? Marizon came off the track to come down pit lane. Watch this, man. This is going to get interesting. Off the track to come down pit lane, and this thing gets squirrely. Right there, man. He drives over the cone. Didn't knock the cone out. That's virtual right there, huh? And he gathers it back up. Holy smoke. Gordon Carter on pit lane as well. Don Stanley on pit lane. Dan Richter on pit lane. Franco Alvarez is the leader. We're taking a look at Claudio Bardelli Jr. running in the 3rd position. It's Alvarez, Vieira, and Bardelli. And they have switched positions there, I believe. Take a look here as this pass as Archie Vieira going down to the bottom side. And picking up a spot with the 19 of Claudio Bardelli Jr. now back to P3. Check on Dennis Udichin. Take a look here at Dennis Udichin in the 47. Now Udichin is running in the 8th position in that 47 car. And about there by himself right now. Caligari, take a look at John Stanley here. Just picked up a spot on Caligari as Caligari was on pit lane. You got some more guys on pit lane. Benor Silva, Franco Alvarez, the race leader. He's given up the race lead. So Archie Vieira is now our race leader. As Alvarez has made his pit stop. The NASCAR BR sponsor Camaro of Archie Vieira. Looks like he's slowing down a little bit. Maybe he's coming down pit lane. We'll see. So that might be a sign of things to come with Alvarez giving up the race lead to come down pit lane, and Vieira still out on the track. So not making a pit stop yet. Claudio Bardelli Jr. on pit lane. That's Sober Tom sponsor number 19 car. Getting by Benor Silva, who's on pit lane. We'll go back to live as Vieira now is making a pit stop here. Oh, Dennis Udichin locking him up. Coming down pit lane. Vieira into 4 on pit lane. And I believe you're going to see Franco Alvarez reassume the lead. As Vieira is on pit lane. So Franco Alvarez in the 83 car is in the 2nd position. And we're looking at about 14 laps to go. So Archie Vieira now finishing up his pit stop, coming back out on track. And I think he's probably going to give up the race lead here as Alvarez is up to full song. And then goes by. You see Alvarez going by there. As Vieira rejoining the racing surface. Now in the 2nd position. Franco Alvarez is our leader. A couple Chevys leading the train. At the head of the train there, Franco Alvarez and Archer Vieira. '68 car indicating he's going to be coming down pit lane here in this Chevy. Sponsored by an educational institution there in Brazil. Kind of a cooperative. Really passionate about that. And here he is coming down pit lane. Got John Stanley getting by. The educational service organization that is sponsoring his car. And the '68 on pit lane. Take a look at Archie Vieira is in the second position. Claudio Bardelli Jr. in third. Those guys working together may be able to run down Franco Alvarez. And they do look like they're catching. So using the draft as Franco Alvarez now has some company. Archie Vieira is looking on the inside. Oh, Alvarez throwing the block. Alvarez throwing the block, but holy smokes. And Bardelli Jr. squeezing through. Bardelli Jr. says, I'll take that spot. Thank you very much. Thank you, Archer. Go back to replay here and take a look at this pass as Archer goes down to the bottom and Alvarez trying to throw the block right there. Push it too much, but he definitely let him know that I don't want you to get around. And look at that. Bardelli Jr. says, thank you very much. I will take that spot. On board here as you see Bardelli Jr., Alvarez, and Gordon Carter. So Claudio Bardelli Jr. now in second. Franco Alvarez in third as Archie Vieira leading the way. And Alvarez says, I'm going to take that spot back. I don't like what you did to me. Alvarez, that Mobile One sponsor machine trying to squeeze in there. Oh, boy. Oh, man. Oh, there's contact. Contact between the two. Bardelli Jr. and Alvarez get together. Contact. Wow. Take a look at this again as Alvarez and Bardelli Jr. Oh, swapping some paint. Gordon Carter had a look at that, didn't he? Gordon Carter had a look at that. Let's take a look out of the front of Gordon Carter's machine. Oh, right there, a little rubbing some paint. Rubbing his razor. Rubbing is racing. I got something wrong with my microphone tonight, man. We have lost the plugins for that. Well, apologize for the popping if you can hear that or dropping out, whatever you happen to be hearing on your end. So, Archie Vieira is the leader. Getting by Givaldo, who is now 4 laps down. And remember, Archie Vieira is the points leader coming into tonight, and this is exactly where he needs to be. Franco Alvarez is in second. Claudio Bardelli Jr. third. And Claudio Bardelli Jr. is third in points. Sean Jacobs, I believe, was second in points coming out. Or actually, Bardelli Jr. might have been second. Sean Jacobs was third in points coming into tonight's race. And look at that side-by-side here. This is for the race lead. Now they got some lap traffic ahead. And Hassel goes way down to the inside to let those guys by. Way down to the inside as those guys are trying to figure it out. There's a pop in there. I apologize. Hopefully you can't tell on your end, but I can definitely tell on my end. As the 4 of Archie Vieira, the leader. Franco Alvarez is in second. Boy, he was giving it a look, wasn't he? Here on lap 97, and Bardelli Jr. trying to get by. Franco Alvarez throwing the block. Be careful about that. As Bardelli Jr. tried to get by and Franco Alvarez trying to protect. Across the start-finish line, we'll have 3 to go. Archer Vieira, our points leader, exactly where he wants to be. Win the championship, win the race. We've no doubt who the champion is. Unless you have some catastrophe, I think that's where it's going to end. And Franco Alvarez diving down to the inside. Oh, boy. I'd just let him go if I was Archer Vieira. I know Archer Vieira wants to win this race, but big picture championship. And Bardelli Jr. is going to go with Vieira. 2 laps to go. Archer Vieira getting back by Franco Alvarez. And then down to the inside, Alvarez and Bardelli Jr. battling. Bardelli Jr. trying to get around Alvarez for P2. One lap to go. 1 lap to go. Archer Vieira, the leader. Claudio Bardelli Jr. and Franco Alvarez battling behind. Bardelli Jr.'s gotten around Alvarez. Alvarez into the outside wall. Givaldo has a ringside seat for this action, man. These guys, here we go, coming off the final turn through the tri-oval. And Archer Vieira is going to win this race. Congratulations to Archer on getting the race win. Wow. Great job, Archer Vieira. You get a little screenshot there for him. So Archer Vieira wins it in style. And what a job that Vieira did. Not only this season, but this race was awesome for Vieira. Wrong side of the car, huh? Slide over on the other side. Great job to Archer Vieira on winning the championship and winning the race. And he did it the right way. Great clean driving there by Archer Vieira. And burned them down. Good job, Archer Vieira. So fantastic race there for Vieira. And he wins the championship, I think, as well. Take a look and we'll get his screenshot. He doesn't normally do interviews, so I'm expect we'll have an interview. Looks like he's actually disconnected already. So he runs out of here, man. He doesn't like talking to me. So Archer Vieira gets the win. See if we can't get a good screenshot up here. I took about 5 of them. Archer Vieira getting the win here at Texas. You see that single file, man? That was the way to go, wasn't it? Let's take a look at the final results. Take a look at the final results here. Archer Vieira gets the win. Claudio Bardelli Jr. finishes in second. Franco Alvarez is third. Ben Silva finishes in the P4. How about that, man? Top 4 all South American drivers. Dan Richter finishes in P5 in the Ford. Dana Grover, the top Toyota, finishes in 6th. Ed Palumbo finishes in the 7th position. 8th, Morton Carter in that Chevy high place moving spot for the machine. Craig Marizon finishes in 9th. John Stanley finishes in 10th. Finishing in the 11th position is Julio Galagari. Dennis Hurchin finishes 12th. Preston Hassel 13th. Givaldo Spindola finishes in the 14th position. Sean Jacobs 15th. Steve Pierce finishes in a 16th position. And Terrace Enrique finishes in 17th. So great job to Archer Vieira getting a win here at Texas. And a fantastic run there for him. You can't take that just a little bit over there. Scooch that a little bit over. There we go. So big win for Vieta. And who was that? Who was my pick to win this race? Was it Vieta? I think it was. Pretty sure that's who I picked. No, wait, I picked Benar Silva. Take that back. Sorry, Benar. Might have been the curse. It might have been the curse that sees him not winning this race. Great job to Artur Vieta. And with that win, Artur Vieta wins the championship. So another championship in the wheelhouse there. Another trophy in the trophy cabinet for Artur Vieta. And a great job for him. So Artur Vieta is our champion. And he wins it in style. So congratulations to Artur. Fantastic run there for him. And congratulations to Artur on a well-deserved another championship. Artur Vieta finishing the season with really in style, capping it off with a race win. Another championship, season number 4 champion is Artur Vieta. Don't forget the High Octane Racing League Tough Trucks will be in action on Tuesday night. Race number 7 will be at Martinsville for a little beating and banging short track style. Man, I'm going to be exhausted if I race in this one, man. 140 laps at Martinsville in the trucks. And this is going to be flat out beating and banging, man. There'll be a lot of paint swapping in this series. Tomorrow night, we'll be at Homestead Miami Speedway. 100-lap race. Race number 1 of a brand new season. Homestead is a great track and a great mod as well as the Cup cars. And that's coming up tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. What a series we had this season. Fantastic job to all the drivers. Thanks for their participation. And again, congratulations to Artur Vieta on his championship run. Really did a great job. Let's see if we can't if we can't get an update of the point standings. Not sure if they've been updated or not. Not yet, I don't believe. I want to say thank you so much for joining me here on the YouTube channel and checking us out tonight, man. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button if you haven't subscribed. And thanks to all the new subscribers. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. And don't forget to smash the bell. You get updates when races are going live here at TurnLeftTV. I never thought that I would be over any like 40, 50 subscribers, man. And I cannot believe that I'm at over 800, approaching 900 subscribers. Good to see Gustavo out here. Thanks for coming in and joining us in the chat session. Thanks to my students as well coming in and racing, or coming in and joining the chat session. Love that, man. That's awesome. So hopefully you have a good weekend, and we'll see you on Monday, hopefully. And again, back to the TurnLeftTV subscriptions and people watching the race. Thank you so much. You can share my videos on any social media platform where you're allowed to share YouTube videos. You're more than welcome to share mine here at TurnLeftTV. Thanks to all the subscribers, all the people come out and watch the race. Really do appreciate it. Love doing this. Fantastic time broadcasting, and I've made some great friends over the years. That's going to do it for me tonight. We'll talk to you later, boys and girls. I think I am out of here.